Today, you're in for kind of a wild ride adventure. We're going to take some prints that I'm less than satisfied with. We're going to spray, we're going to gel print, and then we're going to take them into a project. Hold on, get ready for a wild ride. Let's get started. This was a gel print that was done with, I believe, cherry blossoms from pmartiststudio. I'll find the link to the stencil and put it in the description, but we're going to use some sprays. We're going to use the Dylusions. So I want this to be fairly bright. So I've got Tangerine Dream, I've got Pomegranate Seed, I've got Cherry Pie, and I've got Postbox Red. I'm going to spray it with water first. It's just clean water. This is on cardstock, so we'll see. We'll see how it mixes and blends. I think we're going to start with the lightest one, which I believe would be orange. Let's try the Cherry Pie out on this outer edge. Okay, I'm kind of loving that. So far I haven't done any mixing, I've just let it do its thing. Okay, let's try a little bit of this pomegranate and see what happens. Ooh, that's pretty dark. Let's just kind of, now let's blend it a little bit. Ooh, actually that is really, really lovely. I kind of like that. I like it in certain spots. I don't want it all over, but I like the idea of it in the centers. It's a little more orange in here. Which one were we using? Cherry Pie, I believe. Let's put some more out here. Let's go with a little pomegranate in the center of these. Might be too much, might not. We'll see. Just kind of absorbing it a little bit. Want to try this Postbox Red a little bit. Just on the outer edges. I really like that. Okay, I'm going to let that sit and I'll clean up in a minute. We're going to try this one too. You know, we're on a roll. We might as well. I think that the sprays are not going to do much over here because that's pretty much all gel print. But this one, it might. And I've got sprays coming in from the back, which I'm not real worried about. We're going to start with this Tangerine. I have to get a dry sponge because I want to take some of that off of there, but I'm really liking that spray on there. But I think some of it's going to need to go. Same thing here. We will let both of those dry and we'll see what happens. I'll be back when they're dry. Alright, here's another one we're going to try. I did put some gloves on after my last little experience with the sprays, my hands were pink. So let's spray some clean water on this one first. Let's start with lemon zest, and this is a Dylusions. Let's go down through the middle. Next, this is Pure Sunshine. And then we'll go Tangerine Dream. Let's go back to Lemon Zest and go down through the center. And let's try this Pure Sunshine. Okay, the last one I thought we'd try is, this is LIndy's. I think this was Poinsettia Red Gold. I've used this one before and I really liked it. I actually kind of like that. I think that turned out rather well. I will be back when it's dry. We're going to spray this. Let's just get it good and wet with clean water. All right, let's go in with, first, let's do Smoky Sapphire, and this is a LIndy's. Okay, let's try adding in a little bit of this Dragonfly Denim. Maybe just, a few spots. See how that looks. Oh yeah, I like that blue added in there. I kind of really love that. Let's do some over here. Not too much. Just want it here and there. And let's come back in with the Smoky Sapphire. It toned down that blue just a little bit, so let's let that completely dry. We are going to add a little bit of a gold overlay to these three papers, and we're going to use Squared Up as the stencil, and we're going to use a little bit of this Ara Gold. It's very light. Well, let's go over this one first. I'm just going to lay it down right on top of here. Let's grab a piece of deli paper. I'm not going to leave it on there very long. Oh yeah, perfect. You can see that. And what it does is it sets the inks a little bit, protects the inks somewhat. Okay, it's on there too. And let's pull this off. Grab this one, set Set it down. And let's take this stencil, go right over the top of that and get some on the back as well. And there we have it. This one is dry. I'm a little sad that I lost my cherry blossoms on this, so we're going to see if we can put them back in. This is the stencil Cherry Blossom. It's a pmartiststudio stencil. It's called Cherry Blossom Assortment. This metallic turquoise. And we're going to try this. I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to lose a lot of this red, but I think it'll show up behind it. So let's just lay this down over the top. Take a look at what it's going to look like. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's going to be fabulous. That's going to do exactly what I wanted it to do. I'm going to let that sit for just a little bit. Oh my gosh, look at that. You're getting a little glare off of this because it's very metallic-y, but that turned out beautifully. We're going to make some tags. I have some tags here that I made a while ago. Some of them I actually did on camera. These were altered scrapbooking papers that I turned. These are actually Halloween papers. We're going to actually use this one as it is. This piece of gel print slash sprayed paper. And we're going to glue these down to the top of this. And then we're going to put this little dragon stamp from Myriam Wulf on these. Go ahead and let that sit, and then we'll trim it up. And I'm going to glue these two off camera. I'll be right back. I'm going to do some stamping on these tags. And the orange tags, I'm going to use metallic turquoise. Now I'm using acrylic paint with my stamps. I need to have a bucket of water ready to go to throw those stamps in. Because if you get acrylic paint on these and it stays there, you will have ruined your stamp. We're going to start on this one with coneflowers. Okay, yes, perfect. That looks great. Don't you think? I do. All right, I'm done with this stamp. I'll throw it in here. This one, we're going to use the same color paint, but we're going to use my stamp Wood Rose on both of these. I'm going to take advantage of being able to stamp on two at once. So let's get this full of paint. Put some paint on it, and then let's just stamp on both of these. Yeah, what do you think? I love it. Okay, this one has to go into the bath. Sorry. This is one of Darcy's Whimsical Botanicals Style 3, and we're going to use this metallic black on this tag. I think we're just going to go with those. We are going to use this stamp, which is a stamp by Myriam Wulf, and it's, I believe, just called Dragon. I think that's all it's called. We're going to stamp on some wet strength tissue paper that I have gel printed on. We're also going to emboss these, and then we're going to add these to our tags. So let's do some testing of this guy on this one. It's always good to warm your stamp up first. And I'm just using archival ink, and I'm going to use the Ranger embossing powder. This is my favorite. This is Black Sparkle. I have each one of these a feature stripe figured out. We put this in fast forward and glue these up. Now this one I've decided to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go around each one of the edges here. And glue like this center section, which is an old gel print. I've had it forever. Then we need to audition some of our dragons to see where we want them. Let's see, I've got one of these which has some red in it. Yeah, I'm going to cut this. I don't like tearing these. Yeah, I like that one better. Okay, this is just the archival ink. This is not dark roast anymore. Couldn't get dark roast. I'm re-inking it with coffee, so just so you know. Okay, there we go. Okay, I have this pretty well figured out, and each one is slightly different. I'm just going to show you one on camera, and then I'll glue the rest of them off camera and be back when it's time to show these finished up. I am inking all around the outside edge of this little dragon. I will finish these up off camera and I'll be back to show you how I finish them. I think this one could use a little something more. So I thought that I would use, this is pale vermilion. I'm just going to come in and just add a little bit of pencil work to this coneflower, just to make it pop just a little bit. I don't want it to be more important than the focal point of our dragon. I think I'll leave those alone. This is neon orange. This is yellow orange. All right, here is pumpkin orange. We're just going to darken these just down at the base, just a bit. And in any shadowed areas. What do you think? I think that added to it. Helps flowers pop out just a little bit more. And let's just put a little color right in here in the center. I'm using that same pumpkin orange. Okay, I think that did the trick. These are the 3 papers today that we used inks on. These 2 we didn't use, and this one we gel printed over the top of it so as to bring back the cherry blossom design onto this. I like all 3 of them. You can probably look for these in an upcoming video. They might show up. Thank you for joining me. I'm so happy you were here to help me develop these dragon tags using Myriam Wulf's dragon stamp. We have the 3 that are the set, very similar, same background papers, a little different arrangement, but basically the same. And then we have the bonus one over here, which utilized another older gel print of mine. And then we added to it and made it look a little bit more interesting. So remember, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Always want to hear from you. And I'll see you in my next video.